poppin'?
It's your girl, Queen, Kizzy, Beezy, B.
And it's me, so I see.
And welcome back to our channel.
If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family because we lit. But if you are coming back, we appreciate you. And we love you. And thank you for being loyal and always being here. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Home bye. And home girl. Okay, so listen. The subject we have to talk about is pretty serious.
Cool.
It's really hard for me to talk about, okay? I mean, I'm gonna get through it for y'all. Don't y'all hate, like, when something wrong and you can tell something wrong and then somebody just be like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you know I'm finna bust out crying when you at my back and tell me it's gonna be okay. Leave me alone. Oh, God. What wrong with you?
I had a flashback.
Oh. So,
Y'all,
okay, we done playing.
Excuse my roughness. I've been at home all day chilling.
All day. Y'all, we spent 6 hours watching Surviving R. Kelly. And after watching it, I realized that I'm ready to tell my story. Surviving Keon's. I'm ready to tell my story.
I'll be ready to tell mine.
What's the problem?
Surviving you. Hard out here for a pimp. Wedge.
We trying to what?
Nothing.
But for real, let's go ahead and hop into the video. So, as you can tell by the title, I had surgery. No, but for real, I had surgery Wednesday, which was, what was Wednesday?
The 22nd.
The 22nd. I had my gallbladder removed because I went to the hospital. So I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory on why I got my gallbladder taken out. One night, I had woke up and the top of my stomach was hurting, and I had felt that pain before, but I thought it was just gas. Honestly, I thought it was gas. Cause the first time I had felt the pain, it wasn't as intense as the second time. So I got out of bed. We had our daughter Tiana that night. So I didn't want to wake them up. So I got out of bed. I went in the living room. I walked around. And you know, when you have gas, you massage your stomach. That's the first thing you do. You massage your stomach or go drink a soda real fast to try to burp. So I know I probably had woke up at like 1 or 2. And like 3 o'clock came. My stomach was still hurting and it was getting worse. Like I couldn't lay down. I couldn't sit down. Nothing. So 3 o'clock came. I still felt the same pain and it was getting worse. 4 o'clock came, I started feeling sick in my stomach. And I'm like, dang, I didn't have nothing before I went to bed, so I know it ain't nothing that I ate. And then later, when I started walking around, I became nauseated. Or nauseous, however you say it. You know what I'm talking about. But I feel like I had to throw up every time I stood up. So, I was like, well, maybe I do need to throw up. Maybe if I throw up, then everything will be good. So, I realized that when I walked around and when I moved, my mouth got watery. That's how I know when I got to throw up. So, I walked around. I forced myself to throw up. I threw up it's like my stomach started hurting worse. So now I done threw up. I know it ain't gas because I done burped. I done passed gas. And I'm still I'm in excruciating pain. I'm hurting bad. And at this point, I know it's going on like 6 o'clock. So now I'm like, okay, I'm getting sicker. Cause I threw up again. Still the same thing. If I moved around, I threw up. So I just kept walking around the house like, well, maybe it is something on my stomach that's making me sick. So if I keep walking around throwing up, everything will be off my stomach and I'll be good. Well, that wasn't the case. I know by the time 7 o'clock that morning had came around, Keandra had woke up, asked me where I was at because she can't sleep if I'm not in the bed. She woke up, asked me was I okay. I told her what was going on. And I told her why I went in the bed. And I was like, go back to sleep. If I decide to go to the hospital, I'll wake you up. So, okay, 7 o'clock here. By this time, I had decided to go to Walmart to get some
gas X.
Yeah, to get some gas X.
And some Pepto.
I had took between the time of, because we had already had some Pepto at home. Between the time I started and between 7 o'clock, I know I had took Pepto like 4 times. But I couldn't keep nothing down, so the Pepto was coming back up. And that's when I really knew something was wrong. So by 7 o'clock, I probably had threw up by now like 6 times. Still in pain. My pain was worse. Went to Walmart. I'm walking around Walmart. It sucked. It literally sucked. I told Keandra, before I left, I was like, I'm finna go to Walmart. She's like, you want me to go? And I was like, no. Stay in the bed. I'm already up. I'll go. So,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
And I couldn't go because we had our goddaughter and it was cold outside.
Freezing cold.
And I didn't want to take her out.
And, so, I had made it to Walmart. I remember the whole time I was driving, because where we used to stay at Walmart was only like 3 minutes away. The whole 3 minutes was torture. I mean torture. Sitting in that car, not being able to actually move, from walking in Walmart, walking around Walmart. It was awful. Like, I just thought I was going to just throw up all in Walmart. Then the line was long. I had to stand in line. This woman had passed me. And, like, it was crazy. So I had made it back to the car. And Keandra had called me. And I think she was more so worried. Like, she was annoyed, worried. Because she wasn't there. And I was like, by the time I had made it back to the car, I was throwing up again. And she was asking me questions, but I was throwing up, so I couldn't answer. And I finally told her, I was like, I'm sorry I wasn't responding, but I was throwing up. I feel awful. I'm probably going to end up going to the hospital. But I had got my gas head. I had got me a Sprite so I could take it as soon as I got it. I gave it about another hour. And I was like, well, if this don't work, I go to the hospital. So it had started easing up. The pain started easing up. So I tried to lay down. What I lay down for? However I laid, the pain moved. If I laid on my side, the pain went to my side. If I laid on my back, the pain went to my back. Like, no matter how I moved, where I moved, the pain went with me. And I was like, man. So I got back up. By this time, I know I had threw up, like, by now I know I done threw up about 10 times. And it was so bad, I didn't have no more food on my stomach. So now I'm just throwing up yellow acid that's in the inside of my body. Because I don't have nothing else. And finally, about 2 hours later, now it's about going on 9 o'clock, I know. I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the hospital because ain't no way possible. This is just gas. Ain't no medicine help me, nothing. So I woke Keandra up and I was like, okay, now I go to the hospital because it's just, something ain't right. So I drove to the hospital. Keandra stayed on the phone the whole time because we still had the baby, but her mama was coming to get her. I made it to the hospital, got checked in. And I honestly can't remember what they did when I got there.
They took your blood. They took pee samples.
Oh, yeah. They took my blood. They did my pee samples. And then I remember the doctor coming in, asking, you know how they ask you the same question over and over again. And I just remember, like, getting so annoyed with them because it was like, I'm telling y'all what's wrong. Like, y'all keep asking me the same question. I just want this pain to be over with. Like, my pain on a scale from 1 to 10 was 10. I was in pain. And they kept asking me the same questions. And I was like, man, how many times I got to explain it to y'all? So finally they did an ultrasound. I think they did x-rays. They did everything. And by this time, they had gave me an IV. They had put some medicine in my IV. And it was like, it was some pain medicine. But they did it through IV so it could, you know, work faster. And it's funny now. Because the man came in afterward and he gave me some medicine. Because I still felt nauseous. I was still throwing up at the hospital too. The man came in and he was like, I'm going to give you some medicine. But don't swallow the medicine or it's going to make you throw up. So he was like, just sit it on your tongue.
Honey, he should have been talking to the damn, to the wall.
He was like, sit it on your tongue and just let it dissolve. So I'm like, okay. So I sat there. 5 minutes went by. He's still sitting there. It's dissolving, y'all.
She got hungry.
Yeah. Okay. No, for real. I'm sitting here thinking like, you said it's going to dissolve. The thing still sit here and I still feel sick. So maybe you don't know what you talking about.
Oh, so she telling the nurse and the doctor they don't know what they talking about.
Yeah.
Who went to school for what though? Oh.
I was just trying to test the water.
I see.
So I swallowed it. Y'all, I kid you not. As soon as I swallowed it, and it like it hit my stomach, it came right back. I was like, good God. Like my stomach, imagine if you ever didn't play fault with somebody bigger than you. Imagine them sitting or laying on your stomach and you gagging and then they just take their hand and just go down in your stomach with all their force. That's how it felt. It felt like somebody was literally laying on me, pushing in on my stomach. Like, it was awful. So they did their ultrasound, they did everything they had to do. And by this time, the baby had left. Keon was like, I'm on my way.
Ouch.
Well, I thought it was finna be time to go. But Keon still came on. Did the ultrasound, came back. That was like, I had gallstone. Now.
And she calling me, they got gallstones.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Because they told me I gotta have surgery.
Oh, yeah, honey. Oh,
that was it. But listen, y'all. If y'all don't know what a gallbladder do, your gallbladder lets out, I forgot what they call it, but it let out something that help your body dissolve greasy food.
Digest.
Yeah, digest, that word.
Greasy food.
To digest greasy food. And that night, I had ate so much. Like, I ate a bunch of stuff that night.
Damn.
I'm just telling the truth. Like, I wish I could remember.
No, I ain't saying about
That when Marcus was there, right?
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but I know for a fact, yeah. Because I had some soup from J. Peters. I had some croissants that was nothing covered in nothing but butter. That Keandra had cooked. Like, I had ate a bunch of stuff. And then we had went to cookout. So I had ate a lot of greasy stuff. And my gallbladder was getting irritated because it kept having to, you know, spit out the stuff to help me digest the food. And it created gallstone because it got cluttered. Man, that doctor told me, she said, Miss Barksdale? I said, she said, you got some gallstones. Now, she told me that it wasn't that many. It wasn't nothing major for them to just be like, let's do emergency surgery. But I had gallstones. By the time Keandra here, she walked in the room, like, right before they had told me. And I just remember her saying I had to have surgery. Ooh, what she tell me that for? Keandra walked in that room, I cried like a baby, y'all. Cause I'm only 20, so I'm like, man. For real, I was hurt. Like, man, I'm 20 years old. I already been told I gotta have surgery on my hand. And now I gotta have my gallbladder removed. And my wisdom teeth and came all the way through. Y'all doing too much.
No. They ain't doing too much.
Who?
You doing too much. Your body doing too much.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe it. I was hurt by what they had told us. So, I was like, okay, cool. I thought I was finna go home. I still wasn't going home. They gave me another eye. They gave me some more meds through my IV. By the time my pain had calmed down, I had took a nap, everything. Finally let me go home. I had to come back, get my ultrasound results read to me, or see another doctor or something. Just to go back, they have another ultrasound down to see another doctor. Seen him, finally talked to a surgeon, told me I had to have surgery. And he only gave me like a week and a half, 2 weeks to get ready for the surgery. So, 22nd came, I had my surgery. I was scared. I was scared. I remember waking up, getting ready. I remember Keandra telling me everything was gonna be okay. I remember my grandma coming and they had came in. Everybody was nice. Everybody was nice and friendly. And I got there at 8 o'clock. I got to the back at like 8:40. But my surgery was scheduled to 9:50. And y'all came back there about 8:40. I know they were back there for a little over an hour. Her and my grandma.
I don't think it was that long. Yeah, it was that long because, yeah.
We kept looking at time. But, yeah, so I came in there, they had gave me some medicine. And we were just sitting there talking. And when I tell y'all 9:50 came so fast, they came in the room and they was like, you ready? And I was like, yeah. They came and got me. I gave Bear a hug, gave Bear a kiss, told them I love them. They left. And I remember all I could think was, I'm not going to see Bae when I wake up. Because she had a funeral to go to. Because her sister passed. And I didn't want to show no emotion because I knew that Keandra was going to not go to the funeral. I knew she wouldn't. If I would have been like, I don't want you to go, she wouldn't go. So I was really trying to be strong and be like, go ahead. I'll be at home. When you get home, I'll be waiting on you. Man, I went back there to the surgery room. They started strapping my arms down. They strapped my legs down. And all I remember is a woman saying, you ready? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, here come the good stuff. And after that, I was out. When I woke back up, the woman was like, Icy, can you hear me? I opened my eyes. She's like, you ready for me to go get Keandra? And I was like, yeah. Close my eyes again. She was like, Icy, can you hear me? Wake up. You ready for me to go get Keandra? And now I'm in the because I'm trying to sleep. Leave me alone now. So I'm like, yeah. Because maybe you ain't hear me. Because my throat was hurting. She went and got Keandra and she went and got my grandma. And I remember just being so happy to see her. I was just so happy that I had made it out of surgery. Like, the surgery was over and done with. Man, Keandra, well, I gotta go. I ain't cry when she was in that room.
Yes, she did. She
I cried.
Yes, you cried.
Oh, well, I didn't know I had cried when she was in the room.
She was crying. And I said, why are you crying? She was like, it hurt. But I know my wife. I know she was crying for that. But when I told her, she wasn't crying before I told her I had to leave, to get ready for the funeral. She cried when I said, I'm finna go. And I was like, I couldn't. I was just looking at her like, and in my head, I was like, I'm staying. I'm not finna leave her because, for one, she crying. For two, she's in a lot of pain. And I just can't leave her like that. So I said, you want me to stay? She was like, no. Go be. What did you... I can't remember what you said.
It wasn't... I think I just said no. It wasn't much.
Yeah, I thought she was
because my throat was hurting. I could barely talk.
And so I said, are you sure? And she said, yeah. And so I left. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to be there long enough to even see her wake up in the recovery room because the funeral started at 2 and then we had to be there at 1 o'clock, 1:15. And it was already like, what, 11:30?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go get ready and stuff. So, yeah, I didn't think I was going to be there. But when that nurse walked around that corner, it was like, Keandra. And I was literally standing up about to leave. And I was like, oh, I don't care what time it is. I'm going around here to see my wife. Make sure she okay before I leave. So, yeah.
And she walked out and the tears just flowed. Because my grandma, I appreciate my grandma for being there.
Right.
And I was thankful she was able to take me home and get me there. Like, she asked me over and over again that I need anything. She made sure I had everything I needed. Like, as far as my ginger ale and my, she was gonna give me some Jello too. But they didn't have none. But she was gonna make sure I had everything I need. But,
Ouch.
Ain't nobody, if you married, or if you have somebody you've been with for a long time, you know you done been around them every single day. That person gonna know what you like, how you like it. You know, if I wanted something done a certain type of way, I know she was gonna know how to do it. Like, she would have been able to take care of me to the T. And, who just don't want their wife there? Like, I really wanted her to be there. But at the same time, it was also something else as important going on. So, I didn't want to just be selfish and be like, nah, I don't go. Because she had told me, she's like, I'm not going to go. We had already talked about it before. She was like, I made a decision, I'm not going. And I was like, no, you are going. My grandma going to take me. I'll be there when you get from the funeral. Everything going to be good. I had to make her go, but I wanted her to go, but I still want her to be there for me.
Right.
But
I'm sorry, but just imagine how I was feeling knowing my wife had surgery and my sister passed away. Like, y'all, I was so overwhelmed. And then when I walked out of that hospital, I had to call one of my good friends, which is her cousin. I had to call her because I was bawling, crying. I couldn't even drive off as soon as I got in my car because I was crying so bad because I wanted to stay with her because I knew, like, she was in way more pain than she thought she would be in. Because when the doctors explain stuff, of course they're going to try to downplay stuff, but she was in more pain than she thought she would be in. And I knew it. Like, I could tell by her face. Like, she was just shaking her head and stuff. She was crying. I was like, oh, my God. I broke down. But I also had to go be there for my family, too. So, I wanted to be with her, and I don't know. I had to be a superwoman that day, though.
Yeah. But when I got home, people I didn't know were going to be here was here. My grandma was here. She drove me home. My cousin and my nephew / cousin was here. And my mom was here. And I just remember thinking, like, what are y'all doing here? Because my mom's at work. She just so happy to be on her break. But my cousin AP was still here. She had came. And my grandma stayed until Keandra got here. And, excuse me, y'all. And I remember walking through the door. And as soon as I walked through the door and made it around the corner to the couch, AP took over. Like, that was it. My cousin took over. It was like, sit down, don't do this, put your feet up. Then my mom come behind her. You all right? Do you need something? Everything okay? Like, I can't express to y'all how grateful I was for all the support I had that day, for real. I wasn't expecting all of that. Like, of course I was expecting my mom to come like when she got off. And I was expecting people to come by the house, but I wasn't expecting all that. And I'm grateful for all that. I really am. I am. And then my mama, either the next day or later that day, I was still feeling sick. So I could only eat like mashed potatoes. While Keandra was at the funeral, she had her cousin die to bring me some mashed potatoes and gravy from KFC and something to drink, because that's all I could eat. I mean, it was the first day, that's all I could eat. But she brought me that. I remember they kept saying I kept falling asleep. I couldn't stay up. I finally ate, took some medicine. And I remember the medicine helped. And I just wanted to hold, I just wanted to hold my nephew. That's all I wanted to do. AP wasn't having it. I picked him up. I tried to tell her I wanted no pain. Sit down. Put him down. What is you doing? Put your feet back up. Like, I couldn't do nothing. Nothing. At all. I was like, man, this ain't life. But I'm fine now. My mama had brought me some chicken noodle soup, some popsicles. That don't help.
You sound ratchet.
Yeah, chicken noodle soup, some popsicles. And I think that's it. And I remember the popsicles made, and some Jello. And the popsicles and Jello made me feel okay. They helped my throat, because I couldn't talk that day at all. Like, my throat. And they said I had to put a breathing tube or something down my throat. And I couldn't talk. My throat hurt bad. But Bay came home. I remember her walking through the door. Oh, I was so happy to see my baby, y'all. I ain't never been so happy to see your dad in my life like that. Other than our wedding day. Which I seen you all whole wedding day, so they don't really count. But I'm talking about like when you left and came, I was so happy to see you that day. But it's Sunday. Four days later. And I had to be up and walking and moving around by myself by Friday. I was actually up and moving around by myself Thursday. Like, real good. I started trying new food. I started trying foods here and said food made me sick. The only thing that made me sick so far has been a local pizza buffet place called Dempsey's. That made me sick. But everything else is good. I'm healing well. My scars are going down. They're not as swole. I wish I had a way like to put pictures of my cuts. I would. I don't know if I'll be able to, but watch all the way to the end. Maybe I can, like, just put the cuts, because I got 4. I went through my belly button, the top of my stomach, like, down a little bit below that, and then one more up under that. But, yeah. Every night, it get better. Like, I can sleep on my side now without being in pain. And I'm good now. I'm just thankful that everything went well. I'm thankful that, didn't nothing go left on the operating table. And I'm grateful and extremely blessed, because when you have surgery and they put you to sleep, and I'll tell them what can go wrong. But nothing went wrong. And I'm just fine. And I'm thankful for that every day. And all the support I had. Yeah. Very thankful. My fear didn't have to be a fear.
I don't have nothing to say. I'm sorry, like, y'all, my back's killing me. I don't know what it is, but it hurt bad.
We was gonna
That's
do.
why I keep moving.
Well, it's almost over, babe. But we're gonna do a would you rather Q&A, like instead of y'all just asking us questions, but we was gonna get like would you rather questions just to test our personality. But honestly, I wasn't expecting this to take 30 minutes to talk about, so we're not gonna do that tonight because it is bedtime in the Barksdale household, and we're finna go to bed. So with that being said, we love you.
We appreciate y'all.
And we hope to see you in the next one. We hope you subscribe. Go ahead and like this video. If you're happy that I recovered well, comment down below. What I want y'all to comment down below. Comment down below if you've ever had surgery. And if you had surgery, what did you have surgery on? And yeah. And with that being said, we will see you in the next one.